Now, when we classify an animal, we look at different characteristics of it and compare it to others and then put it into a group. So when we look at mammals, we're going to be looking at some very specific things. First of all, with mammals, are mammals warm or cold-blooded?
Warm.
Warm-blooded, okay? Mammals are warm-blooded. Write that down first. A warm-blooded animal cannot just change its body temperature depending on the environment that it's in. Cold-blooded animals can do that, but warm-blooded animals cannot. Okay, so cold-blooded animals can really adapt to that environment. But if it's 100 degrees outside, is our body as a mammal going to turn 100 degrees? No, we have a regulated body temperature. Okay, like Owen said, mammals also give milk to their young.
And they don't give live birth. Yeah, live birth.
And they give live birth. And after live birth, are they attached or disattached from their babies?
Attached.
Okay, so they are attached to their babies. Now, when a mammal is giving birth, do they give birth to smaller numbers or larger numbers of offspring?
Larger.
Smaller. And when a mammal is having babies, we're not going to have 1,000 dogs come out of a mama doggy or 150 chipmunks come out of a mama chipmunk. They have a certain characteristic about them. They have hair. Good. Mammals have hair or fur.
What about those no fur cats? Yeah, we're mammals.
Okay, they technically, guys, like a dolphin, we would think it doesn't have hair, but it has small, fine hairs. Those no-haired cats.
We have.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Those no-haired cats will have fine little hairs. Michael?
I didn't know that was true, but every time I thought of a mammal, I just think of animals that have hair.
That's right.
But I didn't believe it until I learned about whales, because I didn't know whales have hair.
They do. It's so cool.
We have fur all around, all on our.
What's all this on your head?
Yes, but like we have fur too. Like look at your arm.
You are correct.
And tell me if you have hair on it.
Look at that. Look at that. That's a hair follicle.
Oh, Miss Angel, I think I know why animals that are mammals don't have hair. It's because when you go in water and your hair gets wet, it kind of weighs down more. So when you have a lot more hair, it'll weigh them down.
That's true.
And because whales are really heavy, they're going to probably sink. So if they have barely any hair, then they won't sink.
That's a good point. I never thought about it that way, but that's a great point. I'm going to draw a little bird. This is my beautiful bird. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't really look like a bird, does it?
Beautiful. Nope, it doesn't.
Okay. All right, let's do a beak. There we go. Now it's a bird. Okay. Birds. Let's think about what kind of blood they have. Okay, they're warm-blooded. Okay? Mammals and birds are the only animal classification that will be warm-blooded. Okay, so if you have a warm-blooded animal, it's either a bird or a mammal. It's not going to be a fish, amphibian, or reptile. How do they give birth?
Eggs.
Eggs. They lay eggs. Birds lay eggs. Okay, so somebody said they have feathers. We're going to put this up here because that's being compared to the hair. They have feathers. Instead of hair and fur, they have feathers. Wings. And then also, Vivian, you said that the moms spend time with them, so...
Just for a little bit, though.
Yeah.
So they, learn flying.
So we'll say that they're also protective mamas.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Why did they put a penguin right here, but they don't have wings?
Okay, because penguins are birds. So hold on.
The thing is, they can't even fly.
Okay, but does it say that they have to fly? No. There is nothing in a bird classification definition that says they have to fly. Now, however, even though they don't have to fly, birds have hollow, who knows? Hollow what?
Hollow essence?
Hollow bones. And Eva, can you tell us what those hollow bones do?
They help make the bird lighter so it can fly easier.
Exactly. Think about if you were to strap on a backpack and then go try and fly. Is it going to be easier to try to fly with or without a backpack? Without. So the less mass that you have, the easier it is. Oh, forces in motion coming into play here. You're welcome for preparing you for your tests. Forces in motion, the less mass you have, the faster and further you can go. So again, birds, they have hollow bones to reduce some mass, some weight from them so that they can fly further and faster. Now, there's another characteristic in birds and mammals that I forgot. It's how we breathe. We use lungs. Birds and mammals use lungs to breathe. That's really important because not all animal classifications will use lungs.
Some use gills and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
What they think.
amphibians. Amphibians are going to be what-blooded?
Blooded.
And guys, cold-blooded, I want you to realize something. When an animal is cold-blooded, it is going to take the temperature of the environment that it's in. So if an amphibian was to go in a 30-degree Fahrenheit temperature pool, well, its body temperature would turn 30 degrees. If an amphibian was to go into 85-degree weather, its body temperature would regulate to 85 degrees. So no matter where an amphibian is, it's going to have the same body temperature as the environment that it's in. They have babies.
Eggs.
They lay eggs. Amphibians, once those legs are laid, is there going to be just a few or multiple offspring?
Multiple. And they're going to be left alone.
Good. Amphibians do have lungs and gills. You guys are correct. So most of the time, when they are small, they will start off as gills. And then as they turn into an adult, they will turn into lungs.
Isn't that also with reptiles too? Like frogs?
No.
Wait,
Frogs are amphibians.
Oh.
Amphibians are going to feel smooth. Yep.
Bumpy because of toes.
True, but for the most part, they're going to be smooth, slimy, or wet. So those bumpy toes might be a little moist or wet. All right, now we're on reptiles. Okay, so reptiles are going to have what kind of blood? They're going to be cold-blooded.
Guys, she said don't worry about him. Period.
All right, reptiles are cold-blooded. They do what? They lay
Eggs.
They have lungs. Scaly, hard, dry skin. Fish, okay? Fish, are they cold or warm-blooded? Fish are cold-blooded. They lay eggs, which means that they have multiple
Kids.
offspring. Every classification except mammals does lay eggs, but there are a few odd ones out. Like there are some snakes that give live birth. I know, it's weird. There are some fish that give live birth. I know, it's weird. But again, there's always the odd one out. Also breathe with what? Gills. And what is something special about them that other animal classifications don't have?
They can swim underwater.
I know you said scales and what else?
They can swim underwater.
No,
Breathe underwater.
that's gills. Scales and let's go hunt. Let's go hunt. Fins. Thank you. Fins.